can't point.
Go on holiday.
So you click the button, you want to know more? Welcome to knowing more about Souillac. Souillac. Let's go see the rest of it. Coming from the north, a lot of the original bloggers from the 1850s and things would come down over these hills here, and they would come into this fertile valley and they would be like, wow, this is actually a savanna. And it's true, because this is a district of Savannah. So the guys would come here and see how fertile the land was here, and they would be surprised by how much stuff just grew here. I mean, they used to have cotton here. Wow. Now it is sugarcane, and omnicane is around, and it's really windy, so let's get across the road. There's a lot of traffic. I'm surprised by how much traffic there actually is.
This is how you warm up your toasted sandwich in the hot Mauritian sun. Of course.
You might have noticed that my shirt changed, because that was my travel shirt. So now I'm back into exploring mode zone with this shirt. We're in a little center at the beginning of Souillac. So it's actually right at the beginning. I have no idea what a low cost price point is. Low cost point. We have to go and have a look at that. There's a Mississippi chicken. So Mississippi chicken, that's great. And Dream Price Supermarket. There are a few other shops around. Eye candy, I suppose that's for sunglasses. And this Zaya Corner. A taste to remember. I wonder what that is. I wonder what the taste to remember is. This is it here. Zaya Corner. MMXX. Doesn't look like anything. Probably like Delparis or something like that. And then I'm going to have a look at this place.
Oh, okay. The shop has like absolutely everything. And stationery and you name it. The most useful stuff. Torches and USB chargers and a lot of things you might have forgotten on your holiday. Pop in here just as you get into Souillac.
Low cost point is pretty awesome. I mean, they have literally everything here. Everything you can possibly want. From a little toy ship to a tent to something for your car. Eiffel Tower. And tables and chairs and just pretty much everything you need that's not groceries. They have a DVD player. Okay. Oh wow. So like one of those boombox. But there's things I didn't even know they still sold DVD players. But there's one, and there's plumbing. You want some plumbing? We got you covered. Okay, it's not us. It's not my shop or anything. It's just I walked in here and they allowed me to film, so I'm going to. Barbecue. How awesome is this? You even get a fridge or a bicycle or just anything. The store, everything. The store is amazing.
Particularly little knickknacks you might have forgotten on your holiday.
If you're coming on holiday and you've forgotten a knickknack, this is where you get it. Mm-hmm. Especially if you've left your Eiffel Tower. They've got one here for you. Or a boat. A boat. Wow.
As you get into Souillac, you can stop at this supermarket center. They've got very clean toilets and some really useful shops. Wow. I first walked around this whole remarkable place, taking in the ocean and everything before even thinking about filming anything. The house is made of corals. These are actual corals. It is such an amazing, peaceful retreat. I can imagine a poet doing great things here.
This is the coral house of Robert Hart, the famous poet. But it's made of coral. Actually pieces of coral that were probably taken out of the sea right there. That wild sea is probably where the coral came from to actually make this house.
It was built in 1940 by his friend Miss Labat, and then it got a bit destroyed, but then they rebuilt it immediately, exactly coral for coral how it used to be.
So coral for coral, exactly how it was. So it probably got destroyed by a cyclone or something?
I think so, yes.
Okay, wow.
It's amazing.
It really is. It's like so, you want to touch it.
It is.
Touch it. It's, what is that, textual or something?
Tactile.
Tactile. It's tactile.
You almost want to lick it.
I'm not going to go for... Actually tastes a little salty. But let's go around the front. This is the entrance. It's a little bit lower here, so it actually slopes back. As you can see from that side, sloping down. Wow.
Okay, so Robert Hart's, thanks Tammy, house is called Le Neuf, and it's down this beautiful long driveway, lots of parking in Souillac. Actually very well signposted, you can't miss it. Lots of big old trees and beetles. Oh, very importantly, on a Saturday they open from 9 until 12, so you need to get here early. That's why this is the first place we came. Wow.
So in here is the actual Robert Hart Museum, and it's got tons of stuff, but no videos, so you guys are going to have to come see it yourself.
From out the window. From out the window.
Yeah. So this is a poet's house, a retreat, and coming out of there is probably the best bit. Look at that view. You'd have come out every morning and sat on his deck here, beautiful deck, and you would have thought about Lumiere. I'll go look up the name. Lumiere. It's the southern continent, and he thought about that a lot. Mauritius is part of it, but it was thought to be this huge continent that was here, and people made up strange stories about it. And I suppose after a while he was reading them and going, wow, that's actually quite interesting. And let me start putting some of my poetry to this continent, this what is technically, I suppose, a magical continent that he talked about a lot. Well, you know, poets, sometimes they can be a little weird. Okay, it's actually Lumeria, which is this area here, and Mauritius is part of it. So that was the southern continent that he made up all these stories for and talked about quite a lot in his poetry. But wow, if you're living in a place like this, you're going to be having your imagination set free quite a lot. There is almost no wind down here, almost no wind, and yet the flag is blowing. Okay, thank you.
Okay, even if you don't know who Robert Hart is, you need to visit his house. It is so remarkably preserved, and there's all sorts of little trinkets in there, even his bed and a really old toilet, and don't worry, it's all clean, and paintings and little artifacts and amazing things in this exquisite setting. You gotta come visit, really. I'm sure a lot of people could understand that they could live in a place like this. Wow.
Oh, such a calming place. It's a place you want to spend time.
Oh, I could imagine living here totally.
Oh man, me too. It's like it's cooler here.
It is.
It's hot out there, but
and that view.
I know, that wild sea. You could just sit and watch it.
The sound. Wow.
Wow. Wow. What a great museum. Inside there's a really old toilet. You got to go see that. That's really fun. No, it is great. And what a fantastic building. This side, it's got the white to it. And it really looks like it's a piece of the sea that's just been dug up and put in here. And the garden's really nice, and there are trees, and it's cool, and it's worth a visit. Really worth a visit.
Now we have more things to discover.
Onwards! Okay, so we're going to go that way a little bit.
That's why I'm not talking. It's absolutely amazing. This is Gris Gris from the viewpoint. It's just wow. So windy, so I've ducked behind a little piece of tree that hopefully is protecting me. Thank you, tree.
It's probably too windy to hear me, but look at this place! Oh, it's so windy! Woo! Welcome to the end of Mauritius! The end of Mauritius! This is one of the few places you can stand that's not windy. We got this like deformed tree, it's like bent over, it's so windy. You can see another one over there. Really bent over, that's how windy it is here. But look at this grass. This is like amazing grass. You can see the normal grass up there, but this grass, it looks like a putting green, just like naturally here. Mossy, that's right, it is a bit mossy. So some of the bloggers from the 1850s were saying it's pretty mossy. But you know, there's a little clump, have a look at that. So regular grass, mossy grass. Can't get out of there because of the wind. But look at that sea. That is a wild, mighty, wild sea. Wow. But more of that. Welcome to Gris Gris. More of that tomorrow.
Village of Suriname.
I'm just outside Souillac Cemetery, which is probably the oldest cemetery in Mauritius. But they've got this old building out here. One of the original round ones with the rounded roof. And it's open so you can actually see inside. Don't mind the radio.
Qui inclut la coiffure, l'esthétique, le massage balinaise, le make-up artistry et l'onglerie à 3 000 € seulement par mois. Téléphone.
I think the rounded roof is so that it helps with the heat. That is pretty cool. Okay, so this is the old cemetery, and it really is old, from the 1700s. And there were some graves here from like early 1700s, very early 1700s. And the black rock, I mean,
Look at that basalt.
1850, that one is 1850 it says on it. And there's one that's even older next to it that you can't even see. But there's something more about the cemetery. Robert Hart.
Yeah.
Robert Hart is buried somewhere here. We'll see if we can find his.
His house is just across the bay.
So his house is just across the bay. I'll show you. Well, I can show you. There's lots of stuff in the way there. But just across. Oh, there it is. There it is. Right there. So right across the bay. And that looks like a fort. That actually looks like a fort. But the reason the cemetery is, and it's like this. They know that these people are here from the 1700s. They know that, but they don't have any of the markers. Apparently there could have been a storm that came, because as you can see, this is on the beach. It's literally on the sea. The sea is right there, and the cemetery is here, and it's beach sand. So there could have been a big storm that washed a lot of the tombstones away. So they know it's old, but they don't know where the tombstones are. Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm just keeping this running because you can't believe it's right there. And there's a guy fishing. Wow. Oh, looks like he caught something. Let's get down there. Wow. It is a little bit windy. It is just a little bit windy. But here we are. That's the sea. That's the wall for the cemetery, right on the sea. Right on the sea. And then, old, very old grave marker. Very old grave marker. Wow. It's wild. It's really wild here.
It really is.
From this side, it looks like this wall can take it, can really take it. It can sit there taking a pounding from the sea, but the reality is very different. Let me just show you around this corner. Look at that, it has been eaten away. It's gone. This huge battlement is being eaten away by the storms that keep rolling in. Whoa. Robert Hart called this his phantasmagoric cemetery. He's now buried here. We can't find his grave. But I think this says it all. Okay, the new bit on the top is quite, I suppose, humorous. But this is phantasmagoric. It's a stone building on top of a grave. They must have come afterwards and just built it because it's really nice. And they've done a swirly little pattern on there. Louis Jean-Pierre. He obviously had a sense of humor and some nice friends, because they really made a great little building for him. And there's more across there. There's more phantasmagorical stuff. I'm gonna go have a look at it. You all know I'm not the world's best cemetery walker, but I'm okay in this one. In the other ones I get a little bit weirded. But because the sea is there, it's just there. And Robert Hart said phantasmagoric, and you just feel the energy, you know? It's like, I feel okay here. It's also, I'm desperate to know what that building is.
It is a very big cemetery.
Well, it turns out this is an actual fort. It's got staircases and everything. You can walk over and come and visit the guys. Maybe I'll redo that bit. So you can walk over and come in. I see one of the stones has gotten loose a little bit there. But it's just a place for more than one tomb. And there are quite a few of them. If you look around, there are quite a few of these walled citadels. I suppose technically they're like a graveyard citadel. It's secure against, I don't know, I'll stop there.
These flowers are just surviving in abundance in the sea sand.
How old does a tomb have to get to actually have a crack like that in it? Wow, that one looks really old, and it's got some grasses growing on it. So probably really old. And then this another one from the entrance, but these are all family. We can't find the Robert one, so I guess that's it. No Robert Hart for us.
It is a very big cemetery. So here we are at the Savannah River. Along this river you get the Rochester Falls. We're a little bit lower down. Okay, so there's all sorts of theories on how to get to Rochester Falls. And apparently it's not well marked on the map. But we'll have to show you. We're on the Suriname side of the village, and we started taking the road that said Road to Rochester Falls, and then we turned off and came down really a few meters of bad sugarcane road, and there's a place to turn around at the end, so I think this is the easiest.
Let's go have a look, see if, I don't know if we can see the
yeah,
falls.
let's go. Beautiful.
Wow, I think that might actually be Rochester Falls. So I think this might be the falls. I am precariously balancing on the edge here, and there's some great water. You could probably just jump in. No, it looks like rock, so don't jump in. But we're on the top of it, so it's a little bit hard to see. But there we go.
Be careful. What are you doing?
Look at that. Amazing. And there's Riki panicking. I'm not on the edge, there's lots of edge left. But the water comes pummeling down like that, but much further. Can I come have a look?
Not really. I'm not sure if this is Rochester Falls. It's supposed to be about 10 meters.
Huh?
10 meters with a big pool at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come have a look. Get it out as far as I can. As you can see the water going down into the pool below. Must be quite a good view from over there.
I suppose from the other alternative you're going to come in down there. The recommended route. This is better.
You're being brave on the precipice of a...
We found a secret waterfall! Sorry, Will.
And I shall name you Rochester, after my favorite book, Jane Eyre, by one of the Bronte sisters. Charlotte Bronte. I shall name this waterfall after you, the Manor Rochester.
Well, if this is Rochester Falls, then this is a much easier way to get to it.
You're not going to see it from the bottom.
I don't even know where that other road is going to because it's going kilometers beyond.
But it looks like there's something in there that I want to go have a look at. You can see the water really coming down here. But there are times when it's a lot wetter. And a lot wetter. Because look at that. That would have water coming slushing down as well. I'm going to go up and have a quick look at it.
Beautiful. I like little waterfalls.
This actually is quite a nice area. You can see that when the river really comes down, it really comes down. You've probably got a little bit of an island in the middle there, and the water just pummeling through here. You can see it's cut this channel. It's quite a deep channel, and it's quite a nice place to walk. It is very cool. I can picture, if I didn't have Riki with me, walking 4 kilometers up that way, but I'll leave that to the experts. For me right now, I'm just happy that there are not that many mosquitoes. Oh, there's a dog. So back in civilization. Get ourselves a rick. Okay, now it was very easy to step across this way. Not sure how we're going to get back though.
You have to figure these things out if you want to do silly things. Can imagine from the debris on the side that when this comes down in flood, it's quite frightening. Lots of potholes.
And here we have some sugarcane.
Close up.
Ow, ow, it hit me in the face. I did stop here to show you this beautiful old truck and to let you know that that is pretty much what destroyed the railway in Mauritius, because those guys could go anywhere and the railway couldn't. But then I saw this. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it isn't on the map. It looks to me like a lime kiln.
So Suriname is actually quite a cool place. And we're not quite sure why it's called Suriname.
It's got a ramp. I don't know. It feels like a lime kiln. It feels like the lime kiln from Belmar. It looks like the lime kiln from Belmar. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This wall is in a bad state. That wall, not good condition. I'll show you on the way down. But up we go. This is the ramp, so if I'm right, there should be a big hole up ahead. There's a big hole up ahead. This is a lime kiln. Oh wow. We did it again. We discovered another one. There we are. All the way down. It's just another lime kiln. I'm gonna go around.
What we do know though is back in 1805 someone visited a guy in this area and he had a big manor house and the house's name was Suriname. But how this place comes to be Suriname when that is a colony, it was a Dutch colony in South America, who knows? But it has been Suriname for a very long time.
You can see it's a double lime kiln. It's a double. Look there. There's another hole. There too. It's a double lime kiln. I didn't even know such a thing existed. Double lime kiln, everyone. Wow, just sitting here. We're actually in Suriname. Oh.
Brian walked to there somewhere. And I show him he's not going to tell you anything about how Suriname got its name.
And you can see the wall. The wall, like I was telling you, is in a bad state. Just letting the camera run. It is wild up here. Look at that. Look at that wall. It looks perfectly fine on this side, and I'll show you from the bottom. But a double lime kiln. Double lime kiln. Oh wow. Not quite sure how I got back up here. Too excited. Okay, so I'm coming down. Wow. Can you believe that? I mean, this wall is falling apart right under my feet. Oh, I'm just going to swing the camera around and you can see how it is falling apart here. It is actually falling apart. And up there, beautiful stonework, but inside it's falling apart. The ramp is still in really good condition. So, wow, I can't believe it. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited. Okay, and I'm also running a little bit. I don't know why I'm running. Just can't help myself. The adrenaline is pumping so hard. Look at that. Wow. That's the wall that I showed you up the top there. That's the one kiln. They built a little shrine here, and they built it out of the corals. As you can see, like the Robert Hart house, they actually built it out of the corals. But that's a lime. Oh no. There's more. There's actually more. Okay, so this is the lime kiln. Then what is this? Is this another lime kiln? What's this? It's round. It is round. And it's got a doorway, but nothing higher. So maybe this was a house. Maybe this is where they stored the lime. Or maybe this is like that other little building. So this is the one And that's the other one. That's the other one. They're two. They're actually two. And it's actually adjoining someone's house. Hopefully I'm not trespassing. So that's the hole for the one, as you can see in there. Man. And there's the other hole. And this is someone's house. This is actually someone's house. And there's the other hole. Man, can you believe it? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think the rest of the day is going to be pretty boring compared to what just happened here. I cannot believe it. I came to show you this old truck and we found a double lime kiln with a side building. Oh wow, it simply doesn't get better than this. What a discovery. What a discovery. Oh wow. Lime kiln. Telfair lime kiln. This is the stonework of kiln number 1, and this is the ramp. So the ramp would have come down here and all the way down here. Wow. What a great piece of history. I just met the man whose land this is, and he's saying it is quite dangerous there, but they should really fix it up. It's a tourist attraction. It's fantastic. That's all I'm going to say.
This is the mighty Savannah River.
This is the dock. And as you can see, it's got some beautiful stonework. I'm not quite sure what these are. Someone's saying hello.
The river was actually dredged out by Viscount Souillac so that they could transport sugarcane easier to Port Louis without having to take the roads.
I can just picture it. Fleets of ships coming up here. There were probably smaller ships, I understand, that carried sugarcane. And they would bring the sugarcane down, but they still needed a port like this so that it was easier to carry it onto the ships. And then there's the Batelage, which is basically the dockyards. But what a beautiful dockyards. If you're going to build a dockyards, that is how you build a dockyards. But this, oh, there's a little place we can actually walk down a little bit. So this would have been like one of the spots that you can actually walk down onto the boat. And now you can get a better view of it. That's a, whoa, I nearly stepped in there. That's a much better view of it. So going down in both directions, we will head in that direction because that looks a bit older. But that's the Batelage. That was the actual dockyards. And they've got a restaurant there now, so we'll go and have a look at that.
This area is now used as there's a restaurant, and fishermen can come and offload their catch here.
So this is Souillac, the man whose this town is named after, and he was the governor of Mauritius before Le Bourdonnais, and probably did a lot more for Mauritius. Ile-de-France, let's just say. And this is, I wonder if we can actually get into the Batelage, see if there's something there. But this dockyard.
Viscount Souillac was actually very, very well liked because he fought for anti-slavery and at least workers' rights.
So he fought for workers' rights and trying to get anti-slavery and the bad practice of slavery.
The harsh punishments and that sort of thing. He managed to get rid of those.
So he tried to do that. So he was a good man. And they've named things here in Mauritius and in France after him. So there is a Souillac in France, and it's twinned with the city. And occasionally the French guys, who are nice and rich and earning euros, send the guys here a nice present of a let's fix your town hall or something like that.
I think they donated this.
Okay, so they probably donated this, which is a great little statue.
To commemorate the 20 years of twinning.
And it looks like they've got the fishermen's lockers here as well.
Yes.
Which was,
for fishermen.
so that was a great thing that we found in Grand Gorge, but apparently they have one here as well, which is even older. It's quite a nice walkway, this. Oh, and the Coast Guard is here. So, great lock-up area. So the fishermen don't have to take their motors home. And there's one that's broken at the moment, being repaired. So, yeah. Wow. And a water trough.
So you can wash your fish.
So you can wash your fish, but it looks old, like they've just added the taps modernly. Let's go see the Coast Guard.
Something else that we missed about Suriname, which is just across the water there, is that they used to grow a lot of cotton. And they used to actually use this river and a water wheel to take the cotton off the stems. Kind of cool.
So the old building is being used by the Coast Guard. So it probably had something like a Coast Guard back in the day. It had its own fleet. And they patrolled the waters for pirates, I suppose. Not quite sure. Not sure how it worked.
Sun shining behind him a little bit.
Here's the guys from France.
Yeah.
So they actually did do that. Wow. Well, it probably didn't happen in this port, but the story does have to be told. Now, all across the Indian Ocean there were French ships, and during the American War of Independence, a lot of those ships gathered here to be fixed, resupplied, and prepared to go and help the Americans with their War of Independence. And it was all thanks to Souillac. It was all thanks to Souillac that he managed to get the artisans and the skilled labor to build arsenal weapons and repair ships here in Mauritius so they could head out and go and help the Americans win their independence. Or as we British like to say, the revolution.
Wow.
Oh, look at the...
So yeah, the old port is now refurbished into this magnificent restaurant. So they're keeping it up. You see, this is what you can do. This is what you can do with your old buildings. Turn them into something absolutely beautiful. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful restaurant. Let me turn around and show you one more time. And this is what you can do with your old buildings. So over there is marked as the road to Rochester Falls, which I assume it will take you into the parking area below Rochester Falls. This is St. Jacques Church. Ah, it's big, I can't get it all in one shot.
This is St. Jacques Church. It is old, and the sign says 175 years old. It was restored in the 1990s, but this is the original old church. Now apparently the original bell is back here somewhere. So I don't know what happens with the bells, but it is a really, really old bell. I'm going to be a little bit quiet because they're actually having a christening, I think, inside there. Let's go around the back and see if we can't find this bell. That is quite a big bell. I'm sure it makes a lot of noise when it rings. Look at it. It is chunky as anything. It's a pity about the light. Or maybe if I go around the other side. Oh, pretty big chunky bell. Yeah, there's not very good light. We didn't come at the right time. But there we go. Big bell. Now, that bell is 150 years old. Wow. And again, there's an old building over there, but they don't.
Ding, ding, ding.
Riki special sound effect. Let's hear that again. Ah, pity.
The moment has passed. church doggies. Then you look happy. Yeah, puppy. Yes, it is rather hot today. Hi. Wow, you chat to dogs for like a minute and the man has disappeared. But you're okay. You're not going to disappear, are you? You're my new friend. Oh, yeah, thanks. Pee, why don't you? Oh, there's another one. I want another one. Hello.
This place is literally full of old buildings. Here's another one. You can see how much the road has been built up around it. But here, it is just an old house. The corrugated is all gone, the wood has gone off, but this is an original house from the time. It was probably built at the same time as the church, so also 170 years old. Oh, they just seem to have everything here. I mean, it's quite remarkable. I'm just going to cross over back to where the church is. It's like there's just something to see. If you love history, this is probably the place you want to go to. I mean, it's a big church. Okay, we're looking straight into the sun, unfortunately. But wow, you know, I mean, we're 170 odd years old, and this is the church here, and that little old building I showed you is just across the way. So maybe that was part of it, or maybe it was just someone's house. The landscaping is really beautiful here. The grass is nice. They've got the trees, and unfortunately we are walking a bit into the sun. Oh, wow, what a great building. I mean, it's big. It's really, really big. For those who want to see a true blast from the past, have a look at this. It's the old boot scraper. Huh?
Not sure why those are a blast from the past. It's like we don't get mud on our shoes anymore these days. Because I do, and you certainly do.
This is the front of the church. You can see the tiny little rick there. And she presents the church as if you'd won it in a game show. But it just, my life of beautiful things, beautiful old things, just got a little bit harder. Yeah, we're trying to get run over. There's another old building. There's a lot of traffic, but there's another old building. And there's pedestrian crossing, but I don't think they work here because they have traffic lights. So I'm going to attempt to... There's an old building across there, we'll leave it at that. Because there are just so many old buildings you can show people. Even if it is part of the You Click to See More series. Because there's definitely a Click to See More series.
This is definitely on the You Want to Know More. This is Telfair Beach, just off the Telfair Gardens, sitting under amazing banyan trees. Look at the roots holding the soil together. And steep down there is the wild, wild sea, and a piece of beach and some grass.
Behind me, this is Souillac Beach. It's wild. You can actually go snorkeling here. It's got some great snorkeling. As you can see, spectacular views up the river. And behind me, up there, that's actual Telfair Park. But the water here is clear. There's a nice cool breeze, and there's some really wild waters out there. It's breaking close. It's not wild at the moment, but it is. And you got a piece of beautiful sandy beach. There's another piece of beach just over there, but this I would say is where you want to come if you want to come down to the beach. A little bit windy, but you can see over there's some more beach, but this is a much better sandy place. And you are going to climb stairs. There are going to be a lot of stairs in your future. Ooh. So these are the stairs, and they continue up there. It's a long way to come down, a long way to go back up, but You know, if you want to go down to the beach, it actually is quite comfortable stairs to walk on, but like I said, it is a little bit tiring. The smart people will get this view, because look at that. That's where you come and enjoy the beach from. Don't worry about going down the stairs unless you really want to, but the best views are from this bench or any of the other benches dotted around. And that's your view. Wow.
Wow, so we stumbled upon these two beautiful people getting photos done in this gorgeous setting. Thank you so much. There's the cameraman. Check it out. It's for a wedding. Awesome. Gorgeous setting. Thank you so much. There's the cameraman. Check it out.
So we're pretty sure this is Telfair Park. And it's named after Charles Telfair, who's Irish. And he brought bananas to Mauritius. Are we going this way?
1826.
1826, he brought bananas to Mauritius from China. And so he became a little bit famous. Doesn't matter. He became a little bit famous. And so they named a whole bunch of stuff for him. One of them was a tenric. The other was a lizard, a skink, and a hibiscus plant. But lots of other stuff as well. So,
I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the Telfair skink.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone knows about the Telfair skink. But this is his park.
Gardens.
Gardens, his gardens. So they made a gardens for him.
It should be a camphor tree.
Maybe that's a camphor tree. That looks like a camphor tree. Let's go see. No, they're more like that. But camphor trees are here somewhere.
But yeah, there should be camphor trees.
Camphor trees. And Indian almond, we know what those look like. But behind that wall is a secret. Let's go find out. Dun dun dun.
This is currently the Souillac police station.
Souillac police station. Wasn't always a police station. Okay, we've got some guys coming in. But look at this great old building. Oh, let me get you out of the sun. Look at this great old building. I mean, it is spectacular. But it used to house slaves that would then walk down that way to the Batelage, where they used to load sugarcane into the ships. And then after slavery was abolished, this turned into a place where people could come. I'll show you where the station is. It's just across the road there. They could come and rest here. It became like an inn, I suppose.
For the train?
For the train, so people could come and actually have a rest here. Wow, I just wish the sun wasn't quite so there. But I'm just going to walk over there and show you the stonework. Okay, we are around the side, so you can see a little bit of the stonework there and one of the older outbuildings here. We are walking around a bit, but I wanted to show you the back so that you could actually see it slightly better. Look at that. What a fantastic building. So we're just going to head back this way. The stonework is fantastic here. I mean, it is old, and it was made for slaves, so it wasn't built to be pretty, but it really is. It really is really a great building. And this wall, I suppose it was so that they could lock the front doors and no one could get out. But then it became an inn, and it became a pleasurable place to come. So,
and now it's a police station serving the people of Souillac.
And look at the stonework and the stones just on the frontage of it. Wow, what a great building! What a great building!
Across from the police station is a meat shop where you can get fresh and frozen fish, goat, chicken, mutton, beef, lobster, deer.
Seasonal. This is the train station, the actual railway station of Souillac. Souillac. As you can see, when the British came, they put the red stone in, they replaced the wood, like the one in Quatre Militaire that had the wood on the front. They've replaced this with the red brick. You can still see that the stonework is here, but we've gotten very lucky and the gate is open, so we are going to be able to go see the platform area. But this is a great building. This is the side that would have had the street on it, and that would have collected the post and things along the street.
And very awesomely, this building has always housed the train station and the post office. So it's one of the oldest post offices in Mauritius.
So it's post office and train station, but the post office was actually here in the beginning. Let's go around the back.
Oh, you can just picture it.
Oh man, it's the platform. We're actually on the platform.
And these pillars are exactly like they are from the old pictures. Nothing has changed.
You have to go quite far back into our history to see these pillars. These are the exact same ones that they have at Posterflack Hamlet. Posterflack Hamlet. The exact same ones at Potredor Hamlet. It's exactly like this. Exactly where we stood and went toot toot. Or Riki did the toot toot thing, so she's gonna have to do it again. Oh, she did the look. She did the look. No train, but this is exactly the same. You can tell, you can see it's exactly the same, but it's red brick all around, and that's a little confusing to me. I don't know why they have the red brick on this side as well. I mean, it wouldn't have been wood on both sides.
Might have been.
So maybe it was. Maybe we had the stone pillars and the doors, and then they used the red brick, or maybe the red brick is an aftercladding. Wow.
Look at these old doors and the cyclone shutters.
Wow.
And then these that hold up the roof. They're made from steel. Probably brought from Sheffield or something.
Glasgow. Doot, doot. Come on. Here comes the train. Look at that stonework. Brickwork. This is such a good building. But it shouldn't diminish the one next door. Look at that. That's the Central Water, guys. I don't know what the N is. Anyway, this building is also a great old building, but I think it's a fake. Now that I'm looking at it, this building's been faked. It's a fake, everyone. It's made to look like that building, but it's actually a fake, but it's beautifully done. And I really appreciate that. I know a lot of people say, fake is fake, but you know, when you've got such a beautiful building and you have to put another building there, make it as nice as possible. It's called urban planning. It's not that hard.
And open so we can see the platform.
Yes, so thanks to them. CWN, Central Water Network. Anyway, that's them. With their fake old building. And the real old building. Wow. Wow. Central Water, guys. I don't know what the N is. Anyway, this building is also a great old building. But I think it's a fake. Now that I'm looking at it, this building's been faked.
So right next to the post office you got the Souillac bus station, and across the road either it's quite a lot of parking or it's just for taxis only. Okay, taxis only.
But look at the art.
But don't worry, there's lots of parking at the public beach. I think. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
That's the last bus leaving. As you can see, all the rest have gone. It is getting a little bit late. We have had one of those days. A little bit of a restaurant here, and you can still see some of the old walls. But this is the bus stop for those who like bus stops without buses. I don't know anyone who doesn't like a bus stop that has no buses. Anyway, bus stop, great old wall, tons of place, and there's a little place to get something to eat. Well, you know, I don't just bring you great things, I also bring you some of the weird. So here I am. This is my view of where there are no buses, but someone has put benches facing that direction. So if you have the urge to come and sit on a bench and look at the buses, because that's your view from this bench. There's another brown board. Let's go see what that one's about.
That's what I spotted. Wow, look at this place. It looks like stepping completely back in time. Gate is open, so we're gonna go explore.
This is actually the district court. Look at this old building. I mean, it's no one's looking after it that much, but it's a district court and it's colonial architecture. I think it's the Creole style with the big verandas, and it's made of wood. It looks like it's made of wood, but this is the district court. Court proceedings start here.
Wow, obviously not anymore, but
Wow.
beautiful, amazing building.
It's made out of wood. It is absolutely amazing. Look at the shingles. I think that's a vent, probably to let hot air out. We have got to explore this a little bit more. Definitely going to explore this a little bit more.
Yep, used to be. Okay, so this was actually used as a courthouse until 2013, and now they've moved it somewhere else.
Here it is on the... This is the inside. It's been left open and someone left their court papers. Obviously innocent. Wow, and it's made of wood. It's a wood building. We can knock because there's no one there. Come in. Look at this. Oh, the beams are actually falling down. It does look a little bit scary now that the beams are falling down.
Yeah, you probably don't want to go too much into this.
Wow. Just be careful. Oh no, oh no. It's an old wooden building and it's, oh no. Oh, this is where the judge would have been. This is where the judge, he would have stood there. The accused would have been in that little area, and the prosecutor and the other people, you lawyery people know about that. And then the people would have sat there. It's unfortunate that it's caught fire and burnt down a little bit. But wow, I could go and be a judge if the floor didn't look like this.
There are so many mosquitoes.
Oh, this is where the bad people were. Look at that metal. Oh wow, my legs are burning. I think those are mozzies. Definitely mozziage. But wow, what a place, what a place.
Old benches. Gate. I wonder what they did with the old, where's the old iron fountain? It's probably where all the mosquitoes are coming from.
This is the actual judge's chair. It's gotten a little bit burnt, but you can see where he would come up, all rise. He would come and sit on his chair. Bash his gravel there. Gavel, not gravel. Oh man. So this is where the judge would have entered. It's not locked, but you can't open it, unfortunately. But around the corner here, this one is locked. Why would they lock this? Maybe we can get in on the other side. Whoa.
Oh, word, this place is interesting, but I don't know if you can see how many mosquitoes are flying around here. Running away.
Okay, it's a little bit of a slog and the grass is quite long, but I think this is the ancient iron fountain. It's like a drinking water thing. That's it. Not ultimately overly impressive, but it is really old and probably should be in a museum. They have added the new tap newly, but there you go. And they're all these other wooden buildings, all around the place. Hey, look at this. You got the cashier so that you get your bail or pay your fines. Stone floor, actual stone floor. And this wooden building is in such good nick. Wow. I don't know what's through here. But it opens, so here we go. Come join me. Oh man, okay, it's a toilet. But look at this, oh, look at this stone wall. And it is dilapidated and full of spiders. Well, some spiders. And there. Oh man. I think I can get out of here. Okay, so just to check. This was the witness room, so the witnesses would be here. Oh, and there's another wooden building over there. The public health wooden building. I don't know how we get there. It looks like there's a road. Maybe we can find a way. But wow, when you asked to see more, when you click the show me more button, did you ever expect this? Wow, that's where the mosquitoes are coming from, and they're thousands. there are more mosquitoes here than the 6,000 people that live in this town. I think there's 6,000 mosquitoes just on my legs right now. So we're getting out of here and we're going to go see the other wooden house.
Pretty sure you have the mosquito spray in your bag.
Riki is suffering a little bit. Oh, we got the spray. We actually have spray.
I think you put it in your bag. Don't know. It is a really incredibly beautiful place, but I'm swatting mosquitoes like crazy. I don't know if you can see the mosquitoes in the light, but they obviously haven't seen people for a really long time because they're following us. Oh look, the court just moved next door. There's this really big building. Okay, that's cool.
This is the view from the cliff tops. The sun is starting to set a little bit, so a little bit bright there. And down there is the bay, and in that direction is the actual Batelage, the harbour. And down, all the way down there are the rocks. But it's behind me what's important. Look at this old building. It's a wood building as well. It's now the Office of Health or something like that. It's got this old stone building and this wood building with original shingles. And you can see they put a tarpaulin on top because obviously the shingles are leaking. But can you imagine having this view? This is the view from your house. I mean, this was probably a house before it became a something else. But why do they have the verandas always pointing towards the road? I find that really weird. In a lot of countries they do that. Where I come from, you look at the view and that is a view. That is a sunset view. You can see into the harbour, and in the background, just in the background, you can just make out that phantasmagoric cemetery. Phantasmagoric. That is the new description of this place. Wow. And there's a pathway. You guys probably can't see it too well, but it will take us back to Telfair Park through the gardens. How awesome is that? Thanks to that guy who just walked past. Wow. What a fantastic little path. I'm just going to show you what the view is down there. That's the sea, but it's all greenery all around us. I mean, it is beautiful and green and cool.
There's like bananas.
They're banana? They're banana. Telfair, thank you. Oh, wow. Pretty cool. I mean, it is beautiful. And it gets me a chance to tell you that I can't really remember what I was supposed to say in a moment like this. Words just fail you. And it's like a tropical beach.
It really is. There's bananas.
And it's a genuine tropical beach with bananas going down to the sea. And wow.
Bananas at the beach.
Is this a secret beach? It looks like it. It's hidden. There's not very much access to it. And wow, doesn't that look beautiful?
Wow, this has got to be one of the prettiest pathways in Mauritius. It's quite high up above the sea. It's amazing. Green, tropical, gorgeous path. Find this next to the health station, just behind the old abandoned courthouse and the new courthouse. Wow. This is genuinely one of the most beautiful walkways and pieces of coastline I've seen in Mauritius. It's dramatic, but then you've got a green pathway and exquisite trees. Yeah, but every way you turn around, it's like it's an Instagram picture, you know?
Could this be
Look at her with the
Instagram
rocks.
worthy?
It's just beautiful.
And there's another one. This is like the third secret beach cove. It's a little bit tricky to get there. It is possible to get down there. And oh, that's the police station. So the police station is here. So back of the police station, the slaves would have come down here and walked in that direction to the wharf, passing these beautiful beach coves all the way. And this is the third one, and it's probably easy enough to get down there, but no one, no. Yeah, so this is a secret cove. You have to just climb down a little bit. This one is actually the easiest of all of them.
Yeah. Secret little cove. There's lots of them in Souillac.
Listen to the bird song as well.
Oh, the ocean's too loud.
Another perfect view from Telfair Park. Wow.
Yeah. Hello, buddy.
Easy.
Not really. That is good. Yes, really low tide. There's actually people walking quite far out. But I mean, can you ever get enough of that seascape? Amazing. So in the middle of the ocean up there, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's like the sea almost bubbles up. It's really cool. These magnificent banyan trees over the beach. Incredibly big. And this limb going out here, huge. Okay guys, so because Souillac is like an hour and 30 minutes from Grand Bay, it's pretty much the furthest place we can get to in Mauritius. We're staying overnight. Okay, so this is Manor Villa. Don't think anyone else is staying here. So anyway, this is our room. We simply booked in here because of one feature and one feature alone. It has a bath. There are so few places in Mauritius that have a bath. It's like gold. After a day like today, this is such a welcome thing where you only really have showers. So anyway, place looks great. Aircon, there's a microwave, bed, TV, all that. And it's 1,500 per night. There's quite a few video mirrors everywhere. But yeah, pretty cool room. Lots of conveniences just within walking distance. Okay, so looks great. He said make ourselves comfortable, so we'll start by putting everything in the correct places. These will go in the bathroom, and the table will go outside into the fresh air. Pretty for decoration, but not required for sleeping on, so we'll take it off. Never really too cold in Mauritius at all, but we'll put on this nice little thin comforter at the bottom of the bed in case it gets chilly. Looks like the TV has a DVD player or something. Cool. Anyway, we shall stash the blue-brown thing in that useful cupboard. Right, so I thought I'd unpack my clothes a bit, but seems like that's the wardrobe. Okay, we'll make a plan. Made it home, clothes unpacked. Beer in a little fridgy thing.
Brian had his laptop.
And not sure I'm going to boil the water, but we'll figure it out.
There's a microwave.
There's a microwave. And we're sorted. Ready to enjoy the evening.
Ready to enjoy the evening.
More change. Move the table outside because we don't like to be cooped indoors too long.
Oh wow, it is so dark.
But one of the cool things about Mauritius is it's actually really quite safe to walk around.
Ah, very safe.
So we're going to get dinner.
We're off to actually have a meal. We have a little puppy barking at us, and there's a bit of a street light there, but look at that moon. Wow, how awesome is that moon? It's like almost a full moon.
Beautiful.
So that's why there's the big tides. Oh, we're going with wool tabs. Hopefully we don't get through the big tides.
The smell of food has led us here. A short walk from our residence. And it smells amazing. Let's go see what they have.
One of the most famous dishes.
The man is beautifully frying some fish. And this is actually really great if you're hungry.
A whole unicorn fish.
Oh. Beautiful. With some chilies and some onions, yeah?
Yeah. Which lucky person is getting that? Yeah?
Thank you for that, man.
We are out going to go have some food, and look at our awesome table. We're going to sit here, the yellow one. Oh, I hope we get to sit here. It is so cool. It's made from an old oil drum. There is regular seating here. There is regular seating. So you can have a normal table and a normal thing. But Riki is going to get the fried noodle, and I'm getting the bullet.
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 But you can actually also get a few other sorts of snacks.
Oh, there's lots of things. And of course, you just saw the frying of the unicorn fish, which is like a Mauritius classic. It is like, I can't even remember the name of it, but it is like...
It's just referred to as gajak.
Gajak, yes. And it's like these places are actually famously known for it. And of course, a foosball table. Most of these are finished because they are the best, and this is the one I want, which is always finished, but luckily there are a few left. And there's some shushu, which is green and looks quite nice. This one is the fish one. I'm not a big fan of that one, but the chicken, the chicken and the shushu, and underneath.
So we have tavern. Here is cheese with seafood, and this one is with calamari.
Okay, so there's some with
And there's
calamari
only
there.
one, and then this one is fish ball.
So a fishbowl.
Yeah.
So I won't be having any of those, but I definitely will have the chicken one on top and the shushu. And then this is the soup in here. It is a fish stock soup.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it, steamed it up straight away. Thank you.
1 second. Yeah, you need to, and the lemon and the onion. This is an amazing, amazing meal to eat. Ooh, now he's gonna do my fried noodles.
In the
I'm
world's
so
biggest
excited.
wok. There's the chicken.
Popping in all the good stuff. How long have you had this restaurant?
Okay.
How long have you opened?
Nearly a year.
Okay, nearly a year. So it's quite a new restaurant. If you're a tourist, you won't know about this place because you've been in lockdown. But if you're local, you might know about it. Proper Mauritian home cooking, yeah. Dash of soy sauce. Ooh.
One of the really great things about these places is that the kitchen is right there, so you can just go watch them cooking it if you want. Oh, we're getting some chili sauce. Chili and
Garlic. Very hot chili.
garlic and very hot chili. I'll probably give it a try, just to taste it to see if it's any good. But the stuff is all out there. There's no secret. You watch him cook it. He cooks it. It's all ready and waiting for you. Okay, apparently the chili is something, so...
It smells really nice though. Bit of garlic in there as well. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is really mouth-watering. That is really mouth-watering. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try before I actually eat it. Oh, secret sauce being added. Not going to tell us what that is, but I'm sure it tastes delicious. Oh, and then goes the cabbage. Chicken on the side. Noodles have been fried. Oof. So that's 3 chicken dumplings and 2 shushus. And then, oh, the secret sauce again. Oh, and a little bit of green onion.
Yes, green onions.
Thank you. This is amazing. Merci.
And then, of course, the cauldron spoon. You move back from the steam, and it goes.
So this is my gorgeous hand for scale, enormous bowl of noodles. And it smells incredible.
Okay, I will see you at the table.
So this is my gorgeous hand for scale, enormous bowl of noodles. And it smells incredible.
Hey, look at my bullet. Thank you so much.
I need to
Merci.
send a picture to my mum.
Okay, look at that. Look at that feast.
With the broth and the spring onions. Wow.
Okay. Riki is actually putting some garlic on because she loves that garlic. It just drives her crazy.
I love it. I love it.
And this is mine with the beautiful.
Yeah, and a gorgeous clear broth.
Oh, I just love it. I mean,
Thanks, Sheila, on the WhatsApp. Absolutely beautiful looking.
yeah, look at that. Look at that. It is so great. Can't wait to dig in. Bon appetit, everyone. Wow, what a great meal. Okay, you can see I'm sweating, but I did put way too much of this chili in. But it is such a nice flavor. I promise you, if you come for nothing else, come for the chili. Secret recipe, it's hot,
It was great.
but it is such a great flavor, and of course, completely finished. Absolutely nothing left. It was well worth it. I'm going to drink my Coke now. Cheers, everyone.
Okay, so this is Le Cask where we ate. And the owners are super friendly and super cool. And as you can see, the prices are really reasonable. So if you're in Souillac, come and eat. So I just have to say, we're on our way walking back to our accommodation. And wow, all that food we ate was only like 145 rupees. Really great. And the owner gave us like a rum and coke as well. So that's really so sweet.
Yeah, I know it's all dark, so yeah.
Yeah. Bonsoir.
I'll put that over something.
Yeah, we can put it over some of the food.
Yeah. Oxen.
You don't have to put on the red light.